Yo, what's going on, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video, and today we're continuing our daily rank using the Dragonmaid deck. I didn't make any changes since last time, but if you weren't here in the last one, I did make Max C's, and I added a Fantastical Dragon Phantasme to the deck, just to give us a little bit more power if we don't have the ability to make Seiyu. Now, I think it was last time, or maybe it was the time before, I was questioning why my chamber wasn't able to summon my House Dragonmaid from my graveyard. And I thought about it a little more, and I realized that Seiyu summoning House from our extra deck when she negates an effect, most likely, I didn't actually check it, but we'll see if it actually happens in one of these duels, is an improper summon from the extra deck, right? Which means that when House ends up in the graveyard after being improperly summoned from the extra deck, it cannot be special summoned using things like Monster Reborn and Chamber's effect. So I think that was the answer to my question. If anyone else was curious what was going on there, I'm pretty sure it was because it was an improper summon from the extra deck. Now, let's go ahead and get started. We need one more win for Plat. We got to do 3 duels, win 2 today. So if we go 2-1, then we should be Plat 4. Well, we'll see how it goes. Alright, we get to go first for the first one. So, this is not a good hand, by the way. I think we set tiding and pass. I mean, it's not like we can do anything else. We could have, like, summoned Max C, but that's not really useful. Let's try and figure out what he's playing, and then either Ash or Max C him, or both. Who knows? He is playing Eldlich. So we'll wait until he activates a card that will special summon. We don't want him to do that. So we'll go ahead and just negate that. And then if he already has the ability to special summon the Eldlich, we can chain Max C to it. He has Pot of Prosperity. What would have been more useful to negate? I think negating the Eldland is better. Because then he's looking for his Eldlich. Almost for sure. Whereas Pot of Prosperity, it's not certain that he'll be able to get the Eldlich. Extravagance, Solemn Judgment. 2 Extravagance and a Crusader. Cannot draw cards, so he can't really pull the Extravagance here. Unless he wants to save it for next turn. He pulls Solemn Judgment, so now he can negate, summon, or spell and trap card is activated. It's kind of bad for us. Okay, he just had the Eldlich anyways. He drops a Cursed Eldland. Okay, he surrendered? Question mark? What was the problem? It seemed like he was doing great. It seemed like the duel was going fantastic for him, actually. But I'll take it. I'll take a free win. We get our rank up, which is nice, but we still gotta win one more today. Ooh, 2 10 gems? That's gotta be some good rewards. Have they changed these rewards at all? I feel like I'm getting gems more, but maybe you just get gems more when you're in Platinum? Which would be a logical thing, right? You should just have higher drop rates of what is valuable the higher ranks you are. So if you're in the highest division, you should have a higher drop rate of the valuable resource. That's my opinion. Obviously, some people don't like that. And in some games, I don't like that. Because sometimes I don't want to grind PvP. I'm sure that if I don't feel like grinding this game, then that would upset me. If I just feel like playing in gold a few times, or playing in silver, then I would be upset that I'm getting worse rewards. But at the same time, it's kind of like rewarding player loyalty. So, alright, we are going first. We got kitchen. I mean, we got good hand traps here. But other than that, what do I do with the kitchen here? I guess we'll scout out. He doesn't seem to have Max C or Ash Blossom. Well, actually, we don't know if he has Ash Blossom yet. We'll know right now. He does not. So, you could summon a level 8. But we already have a level 8. So I think what we want is a parlor or a chamber. I think we grab chamber. Oh, I always forget that kitchen adds to the hand, and then I can send the dragon to the graveyard. Now that's great. Unfortunately, we don't have more of a play than that, though. Because summoning Pisty doesn't help us. So I think we just set Called by the Grave, and then we pass. Called by the Grave can help us in this next turn, especially if it's an Eldlich or something. Banishing his first Eldlich would be good. Negating lots of different things could also be good. And then if he does kill our kitchen, which will probably upgrade into the Tinkek during the battle phase, if he kills that, then we'll be able to Lightning Storm next turn. Cyber Dragons. Okay. We should Max C then. He can't special summon. No, he can't special summon anymore like that. He can't just inherent special summon. I don't think. That's a normal summon. Yeah. So now we'll know if he's going for a special summon, and we could chain Max C to it instead. What the heck is this? Okay, so we'll chain Max C to that, so we'll get at least one guaranteed draw. If he summons 2, it still just gives us 1 draw, because it's just 1 instance of special summoning. Each time your opponent special summons a monster/monsters, immediately draw 1 card. But I'm hoping he can't just beat us here. We don't have good defense, right? He's gonna have a lot of monsters. We get changeover. I don't have Nibiru or anything in my deck, so it's not like if he keeps special summoning and takes the Max C challenge, I have the chance of drawing into something that can end his life during during his turn. Okay, he's just going battle phase. I guess he doesn't know that I'm just gonna change kitchen out, unless he's gonna negate this effect. Which he doesn't win off of that. Unless he has a quick play. Like, Overload Fusion? Can he play Overload Fusion? Without cards in the graveyard? Is that the one that requires cards in the graveyard? I don't remember. But anyways, we summon Tinkek. So now he needs to do something else if he wants to do damage to us this turn. And he's already in the battle phase, so it has to be a quick play spell. Does have Overload, or Cyberload. From among your cards on the field, or face up. Banish cards. Except that Fusion Monster. So he has to summon something big. I feel like this is good for us. He's wasting all of his cards just to kill my Tinkek. And unless he wins off of it, I don't know, can he win off of it? I guess sometimes Cyber Dragons can attack a lot. This card can make 2 attacks. He doesn't win with that. He needs something else. And if he doesn't win off of this, we just Lightning Storm him. He's not even... Oh, nothing else can attack besides that anyways. So even if he did have something else, it wouldn't have helped him. So, I'm not sure... Okay, he's not setting any spells and traps, so we're just going to wipe his field. Pot of Prosperity. Do I want to play Pot of Prosperity this turn? It's a tough one. I feel like I do. Or do I? Because I could summon Sheyu without Pot of Prosperity, and then I'm going to deal more damage, because I deal half damage, right? We could almost save the Pot of Prosperity. Summon Chamber here. Chamber searches Hospitality. And then we use the Hospitality to summon Kitchen. We just have Tinkek in here, right? We could also summon Tinkek. But I think I'd rather summon Kitchen for the search. And then I'll use the search to discard the other Kitchen. And that way I have the dragon in my hand. These both summon... I mean, I guess we could summon Ernest, but I like having Lorpar more. We discard the Kitchen. And then we will activate Changeover. And we'll summon Sheyu. We'll use the Kitchen, and we'll use the Lorpar. And we'll summon Sheyu there. Do I have lethal anyway here? I don't think I do. I already used my normal summon. Yeah, I don't have lethal here. We'll go battle phase. We will activate Chamber. Chamber will summon... Am I going to summon Lorpar? I think I want Lorpar in my hand. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Lorpar. Actually, no, I definitely should have summoned Red Dragon. That was a mistake. But that's okay. Because what Cyber Dragon's gonna do is they're gonna want to attack over Sheyu. So I'd rather have Sheyu be able to have a whole bunch of attack. And then here, what I'm gonna do... Oh, you only summon a level 3. I always forget. There's nothing that can summon Chamber back again, but that's okay. Do we activate Changeover here? I think we could just leave the dragons on the field. No, I don't want more dragons on the field. In case he summons something that can't attack directly, that's really big, I would rather have less monsters on the field. I could summon a second Sheyu, but that's not that good. Could also summon a house. Is that a good play? In the battle phase, start popping? That is actually a pretty good play. Let's do that. Obviously, don't use our Sheyu. That would be a mistake. If there was a better way for me to make spheres there, I just don't think... I think I needed Ernest. But even with Ernest, it wouldn't have worked. Nah, I don't think there was a good way for me to be able to make spheres there. We'll go ahead and activate Sheyu. We don't have Parlor. He has something. Probably Max C? Or not. He definitely would have activated Max C if he had Max C there. Chamber will give us Hospitality. And I guess if he activates another Cyber Load, we Oh, this does from the banish pile though, right? If he activates something that's going to use his graveyard, droplet. Really? He dropped a kaiju? What's he targeting? He dropped a kaiju and machine duplication, which means I can't activate monster effects in response. But I can activate my house. Target here. Summon kitchen. And I'll still be able to activate the kitchen effect. What do I want? Parlor, I think? And then we'll discard Parlor. We're okay, but these two are negated, which is bad. But he also has no cards. No. There is that. There's Phantasme. Do I even bother activating this? No, I don't. I don't need that either. We just go battle phase. And obviously we could just activate both of these. He is out of cards. And Shayu will finish the duel. Unless he's got something crazy, but then we just negate it with Shayu, so... Alrighty. So that's 2 wins already, which is good. We just need to play one more duel. And then I guess we're done for the day. I said that about better reward. I think we just got lucky, honestly. I think they would have maybe said something if that was the case. But I mean, if that was the case since the beginning of the game, I guess they maybe wouldn't have said anything. Look, can't we go 3-0 today? It's been a little while since we went 3-0. Ever since we got the Platinum, the competition has very clearly gone up. This time we're probably going second, yeah. We got to go first twice and we won those, so... Alright, we can make Shayu with this hand pretty easily. We could also make Spheres instead if we wanted. We have Max C. It's a pretty decent hand. We'll see what he's playing. He's playing Drytron. Obviously we Max C him, but I don't know if we can win. If that's the case, he's playing Dino. Okay. He's probably gonna normal summon again. It's just a normal summon, so that doesn't we'll look over here, but it should just be a normal summon. Wait, what? This card is destroyed. Can add 1 scrap factory. Okay, we don't care about that. He added a Chimera. I don't actually know what Chimera does. Special summon that target. Okay, so that's Max C. He has Ash? Yeah. Alright, nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. But we got his Ash Blossom out, so that's something. And he can only make scrap monsters out of this, right? I think. One of these cards says that you can only make scrap monsters. Yeah, you can only make a synchro. Except synchro summon of a scrap monster. But it can be used as XYZ material, which is total BS. Or Link. That too. Man, we would have gotten so much value off of Max C here. He might be setting up a board that we can't break. I'm not quite sure yet. What? Hospitality. How do I want to play this? I could make Pisty, make spheres, then send Nurse with Kitchen, so then I could make... That's not good enough. Hold up, hold up. Gotta think. There's a way I can make spheres, but I don't get the draw off of Noctovision, which is a shame, but... So we go Dragon. Or Kitchen. And then we... What do we need? We need Nurse. Now, whether or not I activate the effect of Noctovision does not matter here, because we're not going to be using him as a link. We make Pisty, we'll go ahead, just summon him anyways. Probably shouldn't have summoned him just in case he could get negated or something, but... And then we go... Hold up. No, there's no way I can... I'm still trying to figure... Oh no. Does he actually have something? Oh no! And now I can't summon a Nurse. Oh, he had the one card that could stop me there, huh? Okay, is there still hope? Not for Shayu. We still get to draw a card here. Prosperity. Cannot activate that because we just drew a card. That's a shame. Because now I can't... I don't have 2 Nurse anymore. I only have 1 Nurse and I sent it to the graveyard. So now I can't use spheres to summon a Nurse. I have to summon something else, which isn't the end of the world. We'll Actually, we can use spheres to summon Parlor. Parlor sends Tiding. Tiding summons Nurse. All of that can happen during the battle phase. During the start of the battle phase. But we don't have any dragons that these guys can summon at the moment. So we turned Toggle on because we don't have any Dragonmaids on the field, and we want to activate our effect at the start of the battle phase if possible. Okay, so he summons that. Not a big deal. I think we're going to discard... We could either discard... Probably discard Changeover. Because Pot of Prosperity could save us once we're out of cards. What's he making? Boral Savage. What do? You can equip 1 Link monster. If you do... Card gains attack equal when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can remove 1 Boral counter from this card, negate the activation. So he doesn't have any Boral counters yet. He used his normal summon already. So we activate this. We don't need to use spheres yet. So he doesn't get his equip, and now he's got nothing. We could have also sent it back to his hand with spheres. Which maybe would have been a better play. Because now all we got is Pot of Prosperity, but that's okay. He's down to 2 cards. We'll see if he has something to negate this. If he does, that sucks. But actually, he does not. There's Parlor. I think we're grabbing a Parlor here. Do we already have a Chamber? We don't have a Chamber. Still, I think we go Parlor. We could have done either Parlor or Chamber here. It does the same thing. Because we're just going to send Tidying. And use that to special summon something. Hold on, don't activate that quite yet. We need to think. We need a dragon. If I send Parlor back to my hand, and then summon Kitchen, then I could discard... I could discard Parlor instead of the dragon. And just summon Parlor again next turn. Or I could use this. I should use this Tidying to summon Nurse, actually. It just makes more sense. Gives me more cards. The Nurse is essentially free because we already know he doesn't have any negates. And we'll go ahead and use this. We want a dragon that one of the two can summon. We'll use the Nurse instead. So that means we want one of the level 8s. What's he playing again? He's got big monsters, so we want... Actually, we want Lorpar for negate, I think. Yeah. I kind of have like a faint idea of what that deck does. And I think if he has Ultimate Tyranno, we want to be able to negate the Ultimate Tyranno. We're going to use you. We'll use Nurse. Okay, so obviously we do half damage this turn. But we have Spheres and Shayu, and we'll have Lorpar on the field here in a second. Oh, already in the battle phase. Always forget. So, not very much damage, but that's okay. We'll go here. We'll activate his effect because we want him in our hand. His is not a quick effect, right? We'll go end phase. We could discard this card. This is not a quick effect, so we can only do that on our turn. But we're still on. We don't need to be on anymore because we have Dragonmaid on the field. Activate Shayu's effect. Shayu summon Nurse. Ooh, he's got something. Gamma. Obviously, I have to negate that. Because that could help him get back into the duel. That gives me House, and it's still the standby phase, so I should be able to activate... Well, hold on. We might not have enough cards to actually summon, so... But I mean, I could activate House if it was relevant, but it's not going to be relevant. Because Nurse is going to come onto the field, Nurse is going to activate, give us Parlor. And in this case, do I send an Ernest instead? Oh wait, if I send Chamber, then I can summon the Chamber right now. Because, yeah, now it'll ask me to use my house. I'll target Parlor. Summon the chamber, get hospitality. We only have one big dragon is the only downfall of what's happening right here. Only got one big dragon, so we only got one pop. But we just summoned a full field of Dragonmaids. And then if we can use hospitality, that'll help. Destroy all attack positions. We don't need to use any stuff here then. I mean, that's a big play for him. Do I activate this? What would I summon? I would summon Kitchen. And that would have us summon another dragon. Yeah, that's probably a good enough play. Select a monster to tribute. I could tribute something else, but I need to tribute him. Otherwise, I don't get the summon. Ooh. I just return her so she doesn't explode. And I need to make space anyways. And then I use this to summon Kitchen. So I haven't activated Kitchen's effect this turn yet. And that lets us send a Tinkhek, I think is what we want. Ooh, you only do attack though. Yeah, we definitely send this guy because he can be used on the opponent's turn, whereas Lorpar cannot. And we'll get Lorpar back to our hand. Well, he's got one card and we have 5 Dragonmaids on the field. It was not looking good for this guy. We summoned so much on his turn. And his Lightning Storm actually didn't pop a single thing because we returned our house, which is hilarious. 25? You can get 25 out of a single duel? That's crazy. That's actually like a substantial reward. Now, if you could like guarantee you'd get that from like a dual win, if you could guarantee you get 25 gems on a dual win, this game's monetization system would be a little bit more reasonable, I think. I think right now it's a little unreasonable. So the one thing I was curious about is, for some reason in my head I was like, you can't return your own cards, but you can return your own cards. Ah. Actually, now that I think about it, I did know that. I don't know why. Something in my mind was telling me I could not do that, but apparently we can. So that should be all of our duels. We did go 3-0. How close were we? 2 duels away from Plat 3. It was a good showing today. Let's go ahead and grab our rewards. I'm still doing this strategy until someone tells me otherwise, pretty much, because it's a lot of gems. I mean, I could maybe like grab one of the other rewards, but they haven't announced anything has changed. So I have no reason to believe that the system is different. Like, I could grab one of these and then I'd figure out real quick if the system is different or not, but a lot of these challenges I don't complete in one day anyways. Like, activate 5 traps. This is the one that we would complete every single day. Destroying 5 stuff doesn't happen every day. 5 traps doesn't happen every day. Spell cards doesn't happen every day. Solo mode can happen every day, but it requires you to go out of your way. But anyways, good episode today. Won all 3 duels and it went pretty well. I think we played all right. We're still learning stuff every single time. I told you at the beginning of this one, I realized the improper summon thing about Chamber being able to summon House. So that's something important to keep in mind. We gotta nail it in our head that spheres can send your own cards back to the hand, which was pretty valuable right there because we already wasted one of our houses. I say wasted, but we used it for Pot of Prosperity, so we can't really afford to just be giving up our houses for free. So sending it back to the extra deck is perfect because, and then it doesn't get destroyed. Because it was improperly summoned, so we wouldn't be able to use Chamber with it anyways. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.